You're listening to Into the Twilight, an independent, listener-supported show. Subscribe at patreon.com/intothetwilight for monthly bonus episodes, weekly shoutouts, a Patreon-only book club, and more. Thanks for support, and now, on with the show.
Now tuning in to Earbud Media. Audio for everyone.
Boys, girls, and ghouls, we're out here.
Oh my god, I forgot that September starts on Monday. Yeah, that's true. We are out here.
And we're getting that, I was going to say Christmas creep, could you imagine?
I mean, according to some
Sure.
stores, yes, but I'm not starting this early.
God.
The sun is starting to set a little bit earlier, and I'm feeling that creep.
Yeah.
Costco is emailing me being like, do you want to pick up your Halloween candy? And I was like, well, not... If I keep it in the house for a month, no.
Right.
It's not going to be for children. So no. But thank you.
Don't do that to me. Don't leave me to my own devices when it comes to candy.
I can't possibly keep full-size candy bars in my house for 2 months. Costco.
Mm-hmm.
So no thank you. But send them to me in, a month and a half and we'll talk maybe.
Yeah.
Hello friends. Welcome to Into the Twilight, the longest running podcast about Twilight. So you're welcome.
You say it with such shame.
Listen.
Yeah.
Listen, there were 2 different times this week where someone randomly, on their own accord, brought up the fact of one of our news events this week. And was like, oh my god, did you buy your tickets? And I was like, it is... like, I heard that this was happening. And I had to be like, it is unfortunately my job to know all this information. Here are the exact dates.
I'm actually tapped into the zeitgeist in a way you would.
In a way that would never want. I bear a cross you couldn't fathom, actually.
You want to look at my Google alerts, all right?
You want to know that
I carry with me.
You want to know that every Saturday morning at 8 a.m., Google Chrome prompts me and says, hey, do you want to look at the TVD section of AO3? You can't possibly imagine what's happening. I will say, though, not to get too deep, because I know we have a whole thing, but this week's episode finally unlocked a character that I've seen on AO3 for like a year and a half now.
Whoa, yeah.
I've been like, who's this motherfucker? We're about halfway through the series. When are we going to find this person? Are they fake?
Yeah.
Did they just adopt this character? No.
It's just like a widely agreed upon self-insert character.
Yeah, no, literally. No, literally.
Whoa. And opening up new doors.
This episode finally unlocked that puzzle for me, which was really nice.
Funny. Wow.
So that was good. How are you?
I'm here. I'm living.
Yeah.
Listen, folks, I got nothing to say outside of I saw fucking My Chemical Romance last night.
I'm so proud of you.
And I'm on a high that I'll never come down from. I feel like I've ascended. I don't have a body anymore. You know
How
what I
are
mean?
the Chicago emos doing? What's the vibe?
Listen, they're great. I will say, when we walked in there, immediately saw a dude in a Twilight shirt, which was great.
I mean...
That was a great vibe. That was a wonderful vibe, so shout out to that person. Gave me a lot of joy. And listen, man, it's a fucking good band, right? It's a good... I'm not telling you any new information here. Like, they make some fucking bangers. And,
no, I mean, that's an unofficial meetup that you had, to be honest.
Absolutely. We were all together in solidarity.
Right.
And I'm not, for many reasons and also obvious reasons, not really a stadium or arena kind of guy. Stresses me out really bad.
No, for
real.
But
these motherfuckers love to make up and break up every 5 fucking seconds. So I'm like, God damn it, I'm gonna see them, okay?
No, you gotta do it.
Gotta do it. And we did it. It was great. More importantly than any of these fucking dudes from New Jersey, they had DEVO open for them.
Okay.
which was fucking lit. It was so lit. Like, I forgot how hard Devo fucks. And so I'm kind of feeling like, is this Devo Fall? Am I in my Devo era? You know what I mean? What's going on there?
Hot Devo Fall, right?
Right, sure. Sure. And most crucially, we already went through the emotional whiplash of like, oh, we're doing the entirety of the Black Parade, plus also other songs after that in a little two-parter situation.
Right.
Already, my stamina and my emotional stuff is at an all-time high.
Right.
And these motherfuckers, these fucking violent criminals against me and my psyche, decide, oh, you know, it'd be a cool way to end the show. We're gonna bring out Billy Corgan.
I would throw up, actually. I would actually pass out.
The fucking audacity. I was already, like, about to jump off of... just jump in.
Do the Lady Gaga in the Super Bowl?
Yeah, just see where my body lands, you know? And, like, you fucking bring out Billy Corgan, my
Mr.
dad.
Pumpkin himself?
Mr. Pumpkin? Yeah. How dare you? Thank you, but also how dare you?
Imagine the group chat.
We had a very lovely mom and, like, her really excited, like, teen kid
that was
next
me.
to us. Yeah, I was there. This mom had, like, a bunch of buttons on her bag and was like, hey, do you want some? And we're like, absolutely, thank you so much.
Yeah, that was actually
and gave us, like, the whole gamut of everyone, including Lindsay. And I was like, this is amazing. This is the best vibe I've ever seen in a show in my life.
It's such a bummer that birds scare me, because we do unfortunately make we make friends in similar ways.
Sure.
Of like, I do that with people, and crows do that. Unfortunately, it's just, it's a bummer. It's a bummer that we're made to be enemies. You know?
Yeah, that is a shame. You have so much in common, and yet, you know, that's fair. That's fair. Sometimes it's too close, right? And then you can't vibe.
That's so real, actually.
You can't really gel when you gotta have a little tension and conflict there.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, that's beautiful. This sounds amazing. I know that MCR was in my neck of the woods a couple weeks ago, and the vibe was different. I'll tell you that.
Sure. Sure.
We could feel it.
Yeah. Listen, it was great. It was wonderful just, like, to walk to the train with a bunch of people wearing black and, like, corsets and, like, fake blood and shit. It was awesome. It was cool as fuck. It was a great vibe. I feel spiritually healed. Quite literally healing my inner child. You know what I mean?
Ugh.
We're in it.
I'm so glad that right now they're in their on again and off again relationship, because when I think of my youth and, like, getting ready for school and watching MTV music videos, that's what I think. Like, I think of the Helena music video in that moment.
Yeah. Good band, turns out. You guys hear about this? You guys hear about My Chemical Romance?
I'm gonna just make pamphlets and spread them around.
Somebody's got to do something about this, you know?
The underground band of MCR.
Yeah, my favorite indie band, My Chemical Romance.
The reason why we're on this podcast right now.
Look, quite literally, to set the plan in motion, for sure.
Gerard, what are your thoughts on Twilight?
Yeah. God, please. I need to know.
He's so hot, unfortunately.
It's fucked up. He's still got it.
It's the Riz is strong in that one.
Yeah, this is my truth. Thank you, Gerard Way, for creating Twilight.
Yeah, thanks for our
and
podcast.
For putting on a great show. It was a treat. How are you doing, my dude?
I'm here. My unofficial happy thing is that I made a new friend with the neighborhood cats in the area.
Oh, huge.
So there was a new bombshell that entered the villa yesterday. So that was cute.
Yeah.
In my continuing era of not nice but kind, I regularly don't talk to my neighbors, but do absolutely make friends with all of the cats that are in the area. So that was nice. My happy thing is that I found a new Twitch streamer to keep me occupied while working.
Hell yes.
And this streamer's username is Megpie. Listen.
Love.
It's Megan and Pie together. Use your imagination to smush it together. I love her. I I don't know how my algorithm knew to recommend this to me, but they be doing that sometimes. Sometimes, you know how sometimes you start craving Animal Crossing, but you're like, I can't do that again.
I can't commit myself. Yeah.
Right. I don't need a wellness check, so I'm just gonna watch someone do that, and that's exactly what Magpie was doing. She's an expert at that, and also apparently I found out this week is also like her two niches are Animal Crossing and then also Fortnite, which is a real like gamer binary that's happening there.
Yeah.
So we love that. The reason why I enjoy them is that not only is it like a chill vibe, right? Because we got the Animal Crossing music, that's a vibe, love that in the background.
Sure.
But you know how Twitch streamers sometimes have those like little goals for likes and coins or whatever the fuck?
Yeah.
One of them that she has is if you get a certain amount of likes, then she'll show her dog on camera and feed them treats. And that really does it for me.
Of course.
That that's a real easy way of dopamine there. So they're great. One thing that really made me happy yesterday when I had the stream on was just, it's a real chill stream, right? Because it's Animal Crossing. But then just the absolute rage that came out all of a sudden when she was terraforming, that's amore to me.
Wow.
Amazing stuff that's happening there. I love that space. Seemed like a good chat too, which sometimes, that's not always the case. Unfortunately, sure. Great streamer, shitty chat, which is a bummer. Not the case there, which is cool. I might put the Fortnite streams on. Here's the thing, though. I have a really hard time with the game itself, not a problem. Depending on the person that's streaming it. It's just the gun sounds that I don't really vibe with.
Yeah, it's a lot. Yeah.
That, I don't know. We'll see. I've watched worse for creators that I like, I'll say that. But I'm just vibing with it, and I love having good shit on in the background while I'm working, which is nice. That's my truth.
God, I love this. Yeah, I love this clip of them having a parasocial relationship with the chair.
Listen.
When they go take a bathroom break. That's amazing. I love that.
I love a silly moment that's happening there. Hey, here's my call to all of the news people. This happens sometimes in the summer for us where we'll go a week or so without news, like last week. Mm-hmm. And then everyone will fucking drop all of their news in 1 week. And my ask is, can y'all, for the love of God, communicate with each other? I know you have publicists. There's got to be a listserv somewhere. It kills me to see one after the other of just news upon news. You're stressing me out. Please stop. I love news, but just knock it off. That's all I have to say.
We can just spread it out a little bit.
Just a little bit. It's good for you.
Not asking for too much. Yeah.
And it's good for us. First thing, capitalism.
First thing is Stephanie Meyer getting her fucking bag. That's what I'm saying.
Surprised? No. Because we knew that there's going to be anniversary announcements. There's still probably going to be with the Forks Fest that's coming in the next couple weeks.
Sure.
However, AMC said, oh, let me get on this, actually. It was more so the fact that I had to deal with, again, at work, the news. The news of Taylor and Travis. And then the next day, AMC was like, so us, though, we have news.
Yeah.
We're going to tease this with Lionsgate. And I was like, can we all get it together? This coming out, them doing the movie drop again during Scorpio season. Mm-hmm. All right. Sure. Specifically, though, over Halloween is so fucking funny to me.
Yeah.
Y'all could have done this over any time. But the idea of that I find hilarious, personally.
I need folks to be cosplaying their boots off.
If you don't, I don't know why you would go, personally.
Right, what's the point?
What's the point? You simply must.
That's so beautiful, because we came up in the era where it was like, ooh, midnight showings of popular franchise movies, right? And like people would be dressing up. And I think that's fun. Like, it's a fun, very corny, cheesy shit. But like, it is, I think a neutral good, you know? And I think we're missing that in the current era of like people just going to the movies dressed up like Edward Cullen. I think we need that.
I 100% agree. My only concern, I mean, I think containing it, knowing that these audiences are going to be a mess, right? And we know that, so people going in aren't going to watch it for the first time, right? It's going to be very much like a unintentional sing-along. Which I think is funny, right? I would imagine that, I mean, what I hear anyways is that audiences are very bad, right? So if you're going to go, treat it with respect in the sense of like, make your jokes, have your goofs, have fun, but don't be on your phone the whole time, because you could watch this movie at home, right? So be cool. That's all.
When you're here, your family, and you're looking at the screen.
Right. And so not only like respect others, don't be a dick, respect the employees that are there, and then also dress up if you can.
There is one thing about this that I've heard folks talking about, and I've seen it with mine eyes, and it's the fact that what the fuck happened to Twilight, the color. Because sometimes the blues are there, but there are scenes, at least in the trailers that they have said for this re-release, that are very de-blued, which I find offensive.
That's nasty, actually.
First of all, that's iconic. You know, call it a restoration, call it whatever the fuck. You are not changing. that is like a structural and contextual, like,
that's a load-bearing color.
That is diegetic, like, to the plot and the story of this movie. And, like, don't kick Catherine Hardwicke, like, when you've already done so much against her. You know what I mean? Like, fucking grow up.
Yeah, don't remove her artistic choice, actually.
Right. So I'm not sure if that's actually the case. I've just heard, like, little rumblings, and, like, it does look like there are some scenes that are less blue than they were. So if that does end up being the case, that sucks. But keep an eye out, I guess, soldiers out in the fields.
Yeah, someone needs to report back, for sure.
Yeah.
I will be curious. I know, what was it, a couple weeks ago, when that TikTok came out about Nina, we were like, movies? This woman? And here we are. Could you tell the class about this movie that she's in?
Yeah, Nina Dobrev is booked and busy. Thank you to Zach at Deadline.com. Because she has been cast in a rom-com called It Happened One Summer. That is currently in pre-production, and a book adaptation.
Yeah, that sounds like a book.
Sure, yeah. She's out here. It also has Tyler Hoechlin and Virginia Gardner, who I don't think I know either of those people.
Yeah, I don't know why they decided to put Virginia in black and white, because it does look like she is a ghost here.
Yeah. Oh, cool. Okay, great quote from this producer. This book has sold all over the world and became a book talk staple with 235 million hashtag views. Okay.
Great.
All right. Okay. Sure.
Sure.
You know what? Good. Get your bag. You know?
It feels very reminiscent because we have Nina from CW.
Yeah.
I know Tyler was also in CW, but I know him first from MTV's Teen Wolf. Mm-hmm. So,
yeah.
I do not know Miss Virginia here. I do not know this man. But sure, I will probably end up watching it in 3 years when it's on VOD. So that sounds good.
Right.
This is a very brow-strong rom-com.
That is true. This is very a broad-forward cast, which I do appreciate.
That's not bad. We have a small piece of news here. This is a very big week for Deadline. Could you tell folks about what's going on with K-Stu's movie?
Folks.
Film's back.
Film is back, baby. And we're getting, not only is film back, a December/January Kristen Stewart movie, theatrical at least, is back. And that's huge for me. That's huge. Like, that is such a core component of my calendar. It's the last few years.
It's a staple that I've come to rely upon.
Yes, it's how I know what up is down. You know, when the sky is blue, does Kristen Stewart and/or Robert Pattinson have a movie out in January? You know, that's
100%.
And we have finally gotten the news that Chronology of Water, her directorial debut, at least feature length, has acquired by The Forge after its Cannes premiere, and will have a North American, at least, to start theatrical run in December, and then a wider release in January.
Let's go.
So we're getting this motherfucker this year.
Let's go. I love that.
Let's fucking go, dude.
The idea that you could possibly, in 1 month, go and see Twilight re-released, and then the next month, go and see her directorial debut.
God,
that's very interesting to me.
We're eating so good.
That's huge.
God.
Films back. That's critical.
Shout out Case 2. I'm very excited for this movie.
Me too. I'm very excited to know your thoughts on this episode. Mainly because the fact that it is just 45 minutes of people being like, what if you just got over your problems? PTSD? You just don't.
Yeah.
Just don't, actually.
They're really, like, the attempts to just do, like, full, like, immersion therapy, right? Just being like, what if we just re-traumatize you, right? That'd be cool. And to be fair, I think Caroline has good intentions, because Stefan is down bad, and he is not addressing his problems, right?
No, he's
not. That is the main thing here. And Catherine is like, listen, I'm gonna be so for real. I'm dying and on suicide watch. And also, you are also kind of on suicide watch, but you're not saying that, right?
Correct.
And so I don't feel as comfortable with you being the person that's, like, keeping me off the ledge here, so to speak, because I'm worried about you, my guy. So I need some backup.
Yeah, there are like 5 different versions of exposure therapy that are happening this episode.
Yes.
All of them unqualified.
Right, 100%. Listen, these are still teenagers, right? So that's, but, like, Caroline at least is like, hey, I'm gonna help. She called herself, like, their sponsor, which was very funny.
So funny.
And was like, hey, I also brought a safe, so we can kind of we could just deal with that if we want in that way. And, which is nuts, but, like, I get her intentions and her motives here. But it's just also so funny that, like, Stefan has this, like, angry moment with her and stuff, and being like, you're a drama major, like, what do you know about PTSD? And it's like, you're talking to Caroline, you're talking to Caroline Forbes. What does she know about PTSD? What does she know about trauma? Stefan,
when you first met Caroline, she was a human being, not a vampire. You absolute dick.
She's kind of gone through a lot of stuff, if you recall. These last few years you've been friends with her.
Remember how you helped kill her dad?
Right.
This motherfucker.
Right. Like,
but he says
you saw her go through a conversion therapy. Are you
literally?
Come on, dude.
Put me in that safe. I'll deal with him myself. This motherfucker. I'm so
get me in there.
Her having her textbook open and being like,
God.
so everyone shut up. Everyone shut up. I'm going to figure out what this means. It's so funny to me.
Yeah, give me like 30 minutes and a Rubik's Cube and I'll crack this. If you just put me on.
The idea, by the way, of Stefan putting Catherine essentially on a 51-50 and making her write out her feelings when he is the walking version of, like, everyone's worried about you, dude. Like, we can't make jokes about you because we're seriously, like, fucking worried about you. It's so hilarious.
No, literally. It's like, hey, bud, you don't know how you're being perceived by everyone around you, right? Like, you think you're really pulling it off, and I'm here to tell you you're not in any conceivable way.
Right.
And she's like, you're the picture of mental health, like, sarcastically. And he's like, I'm dealing with it. She's like, yeah. Like, how's that going, bud? Like, we can tell you're dealing with it, how you're dealing with it.
And it coming from, it, at least, you know, at the start anyways, Catherine's being like, no, it's, I don't actually give a fuck about you. It's just that I can't work with people who can't give me 100%. Very good.
Yeah.
I need someone around me who can help me keep from all my bones falling apart. And it's like, yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. I agree.
Yeah, we can't both be unstable in this dynamic, you know? Like, that's not really helpful for either of us.
Oh, so huge. The idea of her being like, I have nothing to lose, which is my favorite version of Catherine. and being like, no, I'll get in the safe with him because he says that he wants to keep me alive. So if he tries to go all ripper on me, then he's got to work that shit out. It's very right. I love her.
And being like, you can't ignore me in here.
Nope.
Also, like, I'm gonna be like, hey, have you ever considered that maybe you focus on physical pain because it's easier to deal with than thinking about the emotional pain of the breakup that you had that you haven't really talked about at all since it happened however long ago? And he's like, me? What?
Me?
What?
Catherine, can't you tell that this is my first time with PTSD? Obviously.
Right. This is new to me. This is a new sensation I've never experienced before.
Oh, so good.
I agree, though. I think there's, like... Shreds. Yeah. Like, and you're right. She does, like, kind of have her groove back in a little bit of the, like... Or at least in the way of that we love Catherine, which is, like, fuck it. I don't give a fuck anymore, right? Like, I have nothing to lose, nothing to gain.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just out here. And also, God and everyone's witnesses will not let me die. So, at least for now, right? And I think there was a little bit of a, you know, obviously, like, the emotional stuff of, like, oh, backstory with, like, daughter and mom stuff, and, like, all these other things, and, like, being in love with Steph, and whatever, all that shit. Which, like, is fine, but also makes her more and less interesting to us. But, like, her continuously being like, fuck, I'm dying at a rapid rate, this is fucking stupid, I'm just gonna, you know, get out of here, and that not happening, and being like, fuck it, I'm gonna continue to do what I do best, which is just make everyone's lives a little more inconvenient so they stop being really annoying.
Critical.
Which is great. It's critical.
It is so interesting to me, and very much a testament to their acting abilities, that especially by the end of this episode, was actually interested in Catherine and Stefan kissing. Whereas if you had told me...
I was in it.
A couple of seasons ago, when Catherine and Stefan kissed, I was like, there's something weird. I was not vibing with it, because it felt a little bit... Yeah. I didn't vibe with it. But now... Yeah. I'm a changed man. I was like, oh, there's something like, okay. different.
I didn't think I could feel this way about this pairing, but I'm not mad at it.
The idea, by the way, of Stefan trying to cope with his breakup with Elena by kissing someone with the same face. Sir.
God. He's so unbelievable. But also incredibly believable. He's so predictable. It's embarrassing. I also love, too, because, as we know, Caroline is the only one with her head on her shoulders, and will, like, actually... use her hearing. Bless her. And fucking pay attention to what's going on sense-wise around her. And, like, she's having this phone call with Elena being like, hey, girly pop, just letting you know that I'm homesick. I'm probably just gonna go to Mystic Falls for a little bit. I'll let you know when I'm coming back, yada yada. And, like, through the, like, siren song of her vampire hearing, here's Stefan and Catherine going freak nasty over there. And she's like, you know what? Actually, call me back as soon as you can. I love when vampire powers are used for gossip. I think that's really crucial.
I love when they're used at all, first off. And then...
Right.
And then, when they're used for hot goss, critically important.
Yeah. Okay, also, speaking of which, like... the whole, and we make a joke about this all the time, of being like, nobody's using, especially Damon and Stefan, not using their powers, probably just forgot they had them, you know, and they're just like on permanent off. You know, Caroline Lease is in the mix. But we have this conversation with Damon, talking about the stuff that we will get into more, but like, he says he like chose to turn his humanity off, like a little switch. Yeah. And it's like, I know that is contextually, that has happened before and stuff, but it's like, you do know you can do that with other stuff, right? Like, you can, it does feel like there are switches, and you are purposefully leaving them off for other things, which,
I don't know why he thinks that's you were the only switch.
Right, there's so many switches. There's so many switches. You turn into a raven.
I'm never getting... I swear to God, y'all, I think about that at the randomest times. When I'm brushing my teeth at night, I get so mad all of a sudden. The amount of times that my Apple Watch has randomly alerted me that my heart rate's high. solely because I start thinking about the fact that this motherfucker can turn into a raven. You know what would have been really helpful, Damon, to get out of that situation? Turn into a bird.
Oh my god. There are so many ways that becoming a crow or a raven or a bird would have just made his life so much easier. And we just saw him do it once and never again. I cannot.
It honestly, I turn into fucking Hades from Hercules. Like, my head just turns into fire when I think about it, because what do you mean? It's been mentioned once and then never again.
You know what I think happens? I think he's, like, going through his, like, mind palace or whatever, and there's, like, a filing cabinet in his brain of, like, ooh, what little thing to do? But he, like, totally skips over everything and, like, accidentally hits one, and then it turns on, right? Like, he's not doing anything intentionally. And then it's like, oh, shit, I got bird button. Uh-oh. Like, I think all of them, and just doesn't realize there's, like, you got, like, 100 switches in there, at least, of stuff you can do vampire-wise, my dude.
And you know what he accidentally turned on in 1953 is this homosexual button.
Hey, that's right. I know that's fucking right. Heyo, let's go.
He turned on his "I'm stuck and the only person here is a hottie with a body" button.
Okay, yeah. Listen, Enzo? Hot.
And has a sad backstory. Hello? Fae trap.
Yeah. Hello.
Oh no.
Excuse me.
There is a lot of nasty stuff that's happening here. Unfortunately, as much as we did dog on the Augustine Society, they're sickos with body horror.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Which, hate that. One thing white people are going to do, they're going to fuck up people's bodies. So, that's nasty. The only thing that made those scenes a little bit more bearable was Enzo. He's so pretty.
He's so pretty.
What do you mean that you spent No, Damon was there for 5 years. He was there for 15 years.
Mm-hmm.
Getting all of his organs fucked up. And you still look that beautiful? Nasty. How is that possible?
Yeah. And being like, hey, bud, you know, I'm a vet here. You're new to the fold, whatever. Like, let me tell you how to do it. Like, you can ration your stuff up like this. It's a little annoying, and it sucks. But also, you can stay alive. And it's cute. Being like, hey, okay, looking out.
It's so beautiful. I feel so bad for Enzo. I do love the idea that, like, even in this other scene, right, because we have all of these chuckle fucks in the Salvatore house that are not dealing with their trauma. And then we also have Damon here, who's not dealing with his trauma.
Right.
Elena got the ick so bad this episode.
Yeah, like viscerally.
Yeah. And it's fun. Part of it's funny because Caroline's been dogging on her so much, being like, you don't know who you're in a relationship with. He's a bad guy. And she's like, no. We have really good sex. You don't understand.
Right. Girlie, just let me be happy, okay?
Right.
Let me get digged down. Okay.
Why don't you want me to be happy? And then we find out unspeakable horrors about Damon.
Which, like, it is interesting because Damon has this, like, guilt, obviously, with a lot of stuff, but it's also not, like, overwhelming, right? Like, he is able to sort of manage those things in a way of, like, it's only guilt in the form of how other people will perceive it, right? For a lot of things. And the idea that he has been doing, you know, he did the fucked up shit with Enzo and basically sacrificed him to live and stuff, and then also just the rest of the Whitmore bloodline in perpetuity up to so recently as
3
Aunt
months
Sarah
ago
or whatever 3 months ago, right before him and Elena were having their hot horny summer before college. And Elena's like, hey, what? That was like, we were dating, that we're still dating, but like we were dating then, and we were having like summer fun. What? You just did a little whoopsie? You said you were on a weekend vacation. What the fuck? Hello?
And he was, Miss Girl.
Well, hey. Right. Yeah, there wasn't another woman in the terms of cheating.
He didn't lie, Miss
In terms
Thing.
of murder. Right. And it's like, Damon has always been very, like, not forthcoming with information, particularly in regards to his past. But I think Elena is seeing for the first time that it's like, oh, it's not like this was like 50 years ago or 100 years ago. this happened 3 months ago. This is like still happening.
Right.
And like could continue to happen because as we now know, there is another Whitmore in the fold here.
I feel so bad for Aaron. This
God,
dude,
he
cannot
catch
a
fucking
break.
Yeah. Listen, that's tough when you're like, hey, I'm going through unspeakable horrors and traumas, and also my name is on the school. And like, you know, everyone thinks of me a certain way, and also my guardian, I guess, is a bit of a weirdo, bit of an untrustworthy lad. And to have your only sense of solace or like normalcy is having these very manufactured conversations with Elena, who's just trying to get information, but using their shared bond of trauma of, hey, we had a lot of people that we've lost and we can't really hit the reset button, so I guess we gotta keep going, which is tough. And then like she has this moment where they're like walking and stuff, and she's just like, hey, random question, don't you think it's like so weird that like 2 of your friends killed themselves before the semester was over? And it's like, Elena, I know what you're doing, but you are so not helpful. Like, you are so like, this is so
there's a reason you are not trained in this, girl.
Yeah, and like listen, girl, you're pop, you're never gonna make any friends with this attitude.
Nope.
This way of, you know, hooking people in with shared backstory and then being like, hey, what if this was a conspiracy? And it's like, you're right, but also maybe not laying it on like that, you know? Why are we doing it like this? This guy is fucked up right now.
It's so, I feel really bad for him, because there's probably a lot of people at the school that probably think Aaron's an asshole solely because of his name.
Sure.
He's a Nepo baby.
Sure. Right.
But we didn't know, because Elena didn't know his last name.
Right.
So this whole time I've just thought, like, damn, this guy's Eeyore. Like, he's just got...
Yeah.
He's
This is
just
the saddest man in the world.
Right. No, exactly. And he is. He is. And he finds out, you know, in the course of an afternoon that this person who's been talking to him, vampire. All the people around him, since he got to the school, vampires.
Yeah.
His guardian found his parents, and everything's been a lie. And he's like, well, shit. Okay. Well, I'm gonna freak the fuck out now. Because what do you mean?
Y'all mind if I go sicko mode? You should. That's crazy. I would feel insane. I would feel so fucked.
Everything that he's been told has been a lie or has been like heavily manufactured. And that's nasty. That's a nasty thing to do to someone. Especially because the fact that we're finding out that the Augustine Society, very similarly to the founding families, and I think those are a Venn diagram. Like, I think those are all the same people. It's getting a little, it's a little fascist happening here. There's a grand plan capitalized going on.
Yeah.
And I'm concerned because we knew going in that Elena's dad was there, that he was a doctor. We see that photo in this episode. But we found out last episode, I think, that Graham's taught at this school. So are all the teachers... I have questions, I guess, of like, how deep does this run? Of, you know, like, the founding families were vampire hunters. The Augustine Society seems to be against, like, using vampires for science here. Was that something that Grams was involved in? How deep does this go?
Yeah.
I need red string. I'm curious, because when I saw the second party, the one in 58, it felt a little bit to me like the scene in Interview with the Vampire.
Totally. Oh, yeah.
But less happy. That one was, they got a little bit happy before things got bad there.
Sure, yeah. Yeah, that's brutal. It was brutal as fuck. And, like, it's one thing of, like, having Damon say it, right? Which can still have, like, a gravitas towards it and stuff.
Yeah.
But, like, the actual, like, oh, this is a guy getting absolutely stonewalled and fucked over in a really emotionally abhorrent way is oof, buddy.
Yeah, it's sad. It's nasty. Seeing him, like, do that with his hands, with the chains, and then rip Whitmore is wild.
Yeah.
listen, if it had just been in 58, I don't blame Damon, because that's that's nasty work that's going on there. It is wild, though, to be like, oh, I'm going to keep one person from their family alive and continue to do this throughout. Yeah. Damon.
Like, at that point, that's a sick and twisted obsession that you have.
Right. You are causing a generational curse on this family.
Yeah. Right. Oof.
I feel very bad. I had a feeling, just based on the amount of times that I'd seen Enzo's name, that he was not passing away in that fire. But what a nasty way for him to go.
Yeah. That's oof. Like, brutal.
Y'all bonded there. And then you left your best friend, Damon. Elena's giving you a lot of passes, bud. She's judging you for real, though.
Yeah. The tides are turning a little bit. Well, because now she's fucking, like, buddying it up, I guess. But, because, surprise, surprise, Enzo's in the hospital lab, whatever.
Yeah. On the slab.
Singing a really haunting a cappella cover, while Elena's like, hey, am I alive? Am I dead? Is this heaven and hell? What's going on here? Why is this guy singing? And it's Enzo, baby.
I feel so bad for this dude. The idea that he has been there this whole time is awful. I cannot imagine. There was a moment, though. Listen, Damon's, he's going through a lot in the past, and then he's also not doing great in the present. But there was a moment where Aaron found that gun in the safe, and he goes down to confront them.
Yes.
I think Damon said something like "slick hands, cowboy" to him.
Yeah.
Oh, so funny.
And he's like, I've never held a gun before. I'm sorry.
I'm trying my best, okay?
Yeah. I also love, too, that we get once again, it's always fun when it happens, of come on in.
Oh, yeah.
At the Whitmore house. And Elena's like, oh, shit, sorry, I didn't realize it was this place. And he's like, yeah, it's okay, you can come on in. And she's like, phew. I hope nobody noticed. It's funny every time. It's funny every time.
Elena just has really strong manners. That's all.
Yeah. Yeah, she's just so polite, you know?
Right.
Like, really, 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 really polite. But now she's got access to the Whitmore house, which is cool. That's probably useful.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, once she gets out of those chains and away from
Right.
Wes.
I mean, she's kind of tied down now, but potentially.
My feelings on this society have definitely shifted, knowing how that they're not starting from zero, and they are, in fact, very spoopy. But I am concerned because back in 58, that doctor, Whitmore, the OG one, was just experimenting on human blood. And now Wes is trying to make vampires. So I am trying to figure out, like, what his fucking endgame is here.
Yeah.
Because we know that Jesse could only feed on vampires. So is it just like an eradication thing? Where's your manuscript, motherfucker? What are you trying to do?
Right. Yeah.
I did feel bad, though, when Elena found out that, like, it wasn't her birth parents, it was her adopted parents, I think.
Yeah.
Were involved in all this, and it's like, hey, bud.
Yeah.
Sorry about that.
God. Yeah, it's tough.
Yeah. It's rough stuff that's happening here. Can I tell you that I'm really nervous about the title of next week?
Yeah, I'm not. We can't, folks. Not 50 Shades of Grayson. We can't be doing that. What? No.
Am I aware that this aired near the end of 2013? So that is that appropriate for the time period? Well, yes. Am I still upset by it?
Right. Just because you can doesn't mean you should.
Correct. Correct. Yeah. But it still does not seem to bode well for Elena. So I'm nervous, but I'm personally curious to learn a little bit more about Enzo because I've seen his name floating around. So I'm hoping that he sticks around a little bit longer so we can learn about this mysterious guy. Could you start us off with thanking our patrons?
Absolutely. Thank you to Greg Lautner.
Ooh, thank you to April Dobrev.
Ooh, thank you to Sean Salvatore.
Ooh, thank you to Megan Pattinson.
Ow, thank you to Katya Karp.
Ooh, thank you to Genevieve Morgan.
Ooh, thank you to Danielle Burke.
Ooh, thank you to Janae Bennett.
Ow, thank you to Dan Zeklos.
Ooh, thank you to Emily Ozera.
Pew pew. And last, but certainly not least, thank you to Jaylene Ivishkov.
Ooh.
Ow.
So I have a fan fiction for you. This is by the author Jay Capasso. And no joke.
Great.
This was the first thing that came up on AO3 for me today. It was published today, August 30th. It's titled Out. And it it has Damon and Enzo in it. So it's very thematically appropriate. Here's a summary. Ending up trapped in a tortured dungeon would end up being the best thing that ever happened to Witchpire. I think that means witch and vampire. Damon. Even if it did take far too long to get out. Authors know. This is another prequel story in the Heretic Damon series to set up any of those stories that will have a Denzo pairing. We'll learn more about the intervening years of Damon's life in the main stories so things can change up as needed. So apparently they have a ship name.
Okay. I'm not mad at it. Listen, if we can't get Damon and Rick Yowie anymore, like, I'm here for this, you know?
For another tortured soul, I'll take Denzo.
Yeah.
I'm in.
Right. Yeah, like he clearly has a type, you know what I mean?
Listen.
Come on. Come on now.
That's so real. Well, friends, spread the gospel of NCR this week, you know? Do your diligence there. Tell your friends about the show. And as we say here in the Pacific Northwest,
get bit.
Ooh.
Ow. You've been listening to Into the Twilight, an independent production by Earbud Media. You can support the show by subscribing to our Patreon at patreon.com/intothetwilight or rate and review us on your favorite podcast app. You can send us a backstory or a fanfiction at intothetwilightshow@gmail.com. Our music is by Eli Krause, and our art is by Maddie Padilla. You can find me on Twitter at Cody Corral and Allie at Many Are the Stars. Thanks for listening.
You've been listening to Earbud Media Production. Earbud Media, audio for everyone.